Hey, hey, Jasmine. Thanks for getting on. I guess we're just gonna wait a while to see who else joins because I know that um I'm on here a little bit more earlier than what I normally go on. And then I'm also gonna share the link to this live so that we can get some more people on here. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I could get the link and then I'm gonna share it on my Instagram. Let's see. Hey to the other person that just joined and the other person that just joined. Hey everybody. Thanks for stopping by. So for tonight's live, we're just going to have like a really nice quick chit chat just about anything and everything, catch up about what all happened this week, what you have planned for this weekend, different stuff like that. And then we're going to start talking about some of our like favorite childhood movies, favorite childhood shows, just different things like that. And then the later half of this live, we're going to play Would You Rather. So I think it's just going to be fun, especially since we hit 1,000, so that we have more people and we can just chit chat. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to hurry up and share my live on my Instagram. I have a friend with me today. Sis Champ. Say hi. Okay, let me see if I can share this so that we can get more people on here. Save image. I'm just going to post it on my Instagram just so that we can have more people get on. Hey, Shia. All right, let me see. Hey, y'all. I'm currently on YouTube Live. If you like to join, let's see. If you'd like to join, and then let's put, we'll delete this post later. And then I'm going to put the link, see if it works. We have a third person that just got on here. Hey. Right now, I'm not really talking that much because I just want to share the live on my Instagram just so that we can get more people to actually join the live. So if you guys know anybody else who watches YouTube, then y'all can go on ahead and try to share the link with someone also, so we can let other people know that we're on here. And if y'all could do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up while we're on right now so that other people can see that we're live. Let's see. YouTubers, subscriber. I'm adding. Hey Alexis, thanks for joining. So tonight we're just gonna basically talk about like just catch up. I'm gonna find out how like everyone's week went, and find out like what your plans are for this weekend. Then after we talk about that, then we're going to end up later on playing Would You Rather. And I also want to talk about like our favorite childhood shows, favorite childhood movies and stuff like that. But right now I'm just sharing my live on Instagram so that we can get some more people on here before we begin. Mm, network. Okay, and what was the last one? Let's see. I know, I'm so excited. I was like, I want to start playing some like games on here so that we can all like get engaged and get to know each other a little bit more. And I only went live like one time, so this is my second live. So I'm like, I think it's just great that it's almost like we're all like communicating with each other with real time. Hey Jen, thanks for joining. Right now, I'm just sharing my live on Instagram before we get started. But I was just telling everybody else that basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to play Would You Rather. And we're also going to be talking about like our favorite like childhood shows or movies or just, other things like that. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jen. Yes, everybody give the video a thumbs up. Y'all should all check out Jen's channel. She was actually, if y'all missed my last live, I said it in my last live as well. She was my inspiration to start doing these lives because she just made them look so fun and I see what she was talking about. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to share this post. So, how's everyone's week going? Like, how was y'all's week? Did y'all have a great week? How did it went? Like, how did it go? You're welcome, Jen. Also, do y'all have like any plans for this weekend? I know for sure I'm staying in the house all day tomorrow because we have some really bad weather coming this weekend. So, like, really bad weather. And I cannot sleep when the weather is like really bad. Yes. I don't know why, but I feel like this week is going by fast, especially since I go back to school not next week, but like the following week. Oh, that sounds fun. I remember I used to play volleyball, like, but it was only for fun during PE in elementary. It wasn't like, actually me being on the team because I don't know how that would have went. See. And then I also have like an update for y'all. Because in my last live, I was talking about how I wanted to start working out more. And I have this app called Workout for Women. And I've done the workouts at least 4 times this week because that was my goal, at least work out 4 times a week. And I'm starting to feel it. So, what are some of y'all goals for this year, and how are y'all going about actually like achieving the goals so far? Is it going good? Good, first week back. Jasmine, that was 3 days. We have terrible weather here in Buffalo, but for some reason it's 50 degrees. Oh, a blizzard. Thank you. You too. Yeah, we don't really get like too much cold weather down here in Louisiana, but like it's been like it's just always bipolar. Like one week it can be like not even a week. One day it can literally be like, I don't know, like 45 degrees and then the next day we go to like 85 burning up. But I don't think y'all didn't do that much, huh? Since y'all had new classes this semester. Yes, me too. For some reason, it's like in the past years, I was like, okay, I'm gonna like stick to these certain goals. And then it's like I get to like February and March, and it's just kind of like a moment where I'm like honestly, how I like actually feel about it is like I think it's great to set like new goals, but like I feel like sometimes once we get out of that, like, oh, it's the whole new year thing, it's like you realize it's just like another day, but it's just 2020 instead of 2019. So we just go back to like all of the old things that were going on. Like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jasmine. I haven't had one of those in a while, but I hate those. Yeah, but it rains here a lot, Jen. So well, at least now. I think it's supposed to rain, like, all week. Yes. Yes, it's like when you're busy with school and just other things that are going on in your life, it's just everything just gets so hectic. Y'all look at my little friend. If y'all hear that little bell sound, that's because he's walking around the bed. I think for sure we're probably gonna have a little bit more people come on the live later on as we get on because I said in my last live that we would go on at like 9:30 and I kind of wanted to get on here a little bit earlier because I kind of knew that I wanted to get on here a little bit longer. Aw, I love dogs so much. This is my sister-in-law's dog. And he's so spoiled and he loves to be held like a baby. Let me see if I can show you. He loves to be held like a baby because he's so spoiled, aren't you? But I also have a dog and he's a Chihuahua, but he isn't in this room right now. Thanks, Jen. So I'm super excited because I will be doing my first giveaway. And that video is going up tomorrow. So if any of y'all want to enter, be on the lookout for that. I just love when dogs are so like they're spoiled and all of that. But my dog, he's like super hyper. And he much rathers me like whenever I like rub him, like I put my feet up and he'll like just come like rub through my feet like he's a cat or something. He's like the complete opposite of this dog right here. Let me see. I'm gonna also come and share this link with some of my other friends so that they can join the live. Let me see. Um, let's see. So, what are some of the shows that y'all have been watching, like on Netflix or something like that? Hey, Rachel. Yes, the last time I went live, I was like really nervous. So like this time, I'm like more like relaxed. Yeah, he's like so like calm. He just wants to snuggle like all day. But my actual dog, he just I guess I could say he has like a bipolar like situation with him. Sometimes he wants to be, bothered with you, and then other times he's just like, leave me alone. Oh, Lizzie McGuire. I remember that. I had that movie on DVD. I wanted to get Disney Plus, but I still haven't gotten it yet. Yeah, like, last time I was, like, so nervous, I felt like I was shaking and stuff, so I was, like, asking my friends, I was like, "Do I look like I'm as nervous on the live?" And they were like, "No," and I'm like, "Last time I was just, like, shaking the whole time." I heard about Psych. I watched Anne with an E season 3, and all of the episodes are, like, 44 minutes long, so I literally finished that show in, like, literally not even 24 hours, like, I finished it in less than 24 hours. And then I heard that You is good. I wanna watch You, but I haven't gotten around to that one yet. I have, like, a long list of all of these shows that a lot of people recommended to me, and I try to, like, watch them, but I can't watch more than one show at a time. The '70s shows. I have a friend, and she loves watching '70s shows, like, stuff like that. And I don't think I ever really watched anything like that, so I might have to, like, try to see if I could find any. Yeah, I was like someone told me that something happened where, like, they had this meme and it was like he went from, like, 4 people to 2 people, so, like, I don't know. Oh, no, that's okay, Jen. Yes, I can only watch one show at a time. Me too. I get so confused, like, and especially, like, if I'm gonna start a new show, I have to make sure that it only has, like, 1 or 2 seasons because if I'm in, like, a middle of a show, like, I can't just hop on and be like, "Okay, well, let me watch season 3 of blah, blah, blah," because that just came out. So, like, sometimes if a new show comes out, I have to put that on hold and just wait, and I normally just watch, like, one of the new seasons that came out to one of, like, my favorite shows, and then I'll go back and watch one of those. I'm trying to think of what other show I just finished from watching besides Anne with an E. Um, I watched Lucifer. Lucifer's really good. I think they're coming out with another season, but it's gonna be the last season that they come out with. And what was the other show that I watched recently? I'm trying to think. It's just like my mind is just like so blank. If it wasn't alive, I could have just like, oh my gosh, yes, Vampire Diaries is so good. Have you started watching V Wars? I feel like season 2 of V Wars is gonna be so good, especially how season 1 ended. That's what I meant to say. I'm happy you said V Wars, because that's one of them. I mean, not V Wars. I'm happy you said Vampire Diaries, because I just remembered about V Wars. Oh, it's so good. It's really good. It's weird to, like, watch Ian and, like, I'm not gonna spoil it for you or anything, but it's just weird seeing him, like, in the situation that he's put in, and then, like, from watching him on Vampire Diaries, he was, like, a vampire, and just, like, watching him in the stage that he's in now on V-Wars, it's like it's kinda like I feel like he doesn't really, like he's not that, Damon, you know? It's like now he's like of course, he's a whole different person because it's a whole different show, but I just think it's so good. Yes. I'm just like, "Oh my gosh," like, I love Damon and, like, that whole character, so just watching him on V-Wars was, like, really weird, but, like, once the end of season 1 went off, it was just like, "Okay, are we gonna get, like, a little bit of that Damon back?" I'm not gonna lie, I kinda see a darker side of Luther, because that's, who he plays on there. I kinda see, like, a side of him coming out on, like, a darker side, coming out on V-Wars. Yes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was team Stefan because I was always like, "Okay, he belongs with Elena," like, I'm just like but Stefan and Damon are, like, both really cute, so, like, it's just so hard. And I don't wanna, like, spoil it for anybody else who watches the replays or anything about, like, what happens, but what happened to Stefan before, Elena ended up waking back up and all of that, I cried. I literally cried. I'm like, it's so sad. Now, y'all watched Vampire Diaries. Have y'all watched the originals and legacies? I'm trying to figure out, are they even gonna have like a second season of legacies? Because I'm like, the way it ended, I'm kind of just like, what's the point if like now we know? Yes, a mix of both would be nice. Ugh. I just think it's so fun. I got tired of it quickly. Let's see, let's see. Yes, like I don't know. Like, do you think season two is gonna be good, Rachel? At first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, original was kind of like, kind of a slow start, but like I started getting like really hooked. I didn't even see the second season of Legacies yet. I normally just wait until it comes on Netflix though. Right. I always wanted to like rewatch it again because I have a cousin and she's like always rewatching it like over and over again. And I'm just like, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I wish the Vampire Diaries could have just like kept going on, like even after the whole thing that happened at the end with Damon and Elena. Like I just wish there could have been like more. And then it's so weird whenever I watch Legacies because it's like the twin girls are like all grown up and stuff. I think Legacy is gonna be so crazy, especially like y'all know the whole situation with the Gemini twins and what has to happen. Definitely, just Damon and Stefan. I mean, at least we still get to see more Damon, but like, can we like we could have got? I wish we could have got Stefan, but we don't, and it's so sad. I also used to watch The Walking Dead, and it was really good and I really loved it until like the whole situation. I'm not going to spoil it or anything for anybody who hasn't watched it, but two of like the main characters die and everyone's always like, "Oh, well that happened in the comics, so I already knew it was going to happen." And I'm just like, "Well, like could it have not? Because like I don't even watch it anymore." Hey Danielle, I hope you had a great day. I just honestly like, I don't know. I just love like a bunch of shows. I actually have a list on my phone of all of the shows that I've ever completed or shows that I want to watch or shows that I'm still watching. That's good. Right now we're just on here talking about the Vampire Diaries and legacies and stuff. I don't know if you ever heard of those shows before. Basically talking about all of our favorite shows. Let's see. I have to find it in my notes. I have like a whole thing of notes on here. Hold up, let me see. I have some of Vampire Diaries. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm not gonna like get off. I'm just gonna get him off the bed because he's like a really tiny dog and he doesn't jump and my bed is like really high and he wants to get out of my room. So I'll be right back. See, I'm back. Ooh, you've actually watched it? I love Vampire Diaries. There's also the originals and legacies, and those are really good as well. Let me come look up my list. I have like a whole thing of notes in here of like shows that I've completed and shows that I'm watching. Okay, so I stopped watching The Walking Dead because the whole everything with killing off like all of the main characters basically like honestly it just made the show like kind of suck in my opinion. I said The Vampire Diaries, I said the originals. Have any of y'all ever watched The Hunting of Hill House? Thanks for getting on, Alexis. Have a nice day. But I was watching like The Hunting of Hill House and I finished it like so fast and I think it was just so crazy of everything that happened. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was based off of either a book or a movie. Correct me if I'm wrong. If any of y'all actually know what was going on with that. But I wish there was more. I think that the show is just like kind of like crazy. At first I was confused because like in the actual show it goes back with like all of the flashbacks and stuff from them when they were like little and I kind of confused myself so I had to like keep rewinding and then like I started to understand it. Yeah, I've never read the book before, but I probably should. Cause I know like a lot of times with like movies and shows and stuff, the majority of the times like the books are like normally like way better. See. Also, I finished Once Upon a Time. Have any of y'all heard of Once Upon a Time? That was a really great show as well. I just didn't like how like the whole last season was. It was just so different. It was basically like the same thing that happened, you know, in the beginning with Henry, but different characters and all of that. Yeah. I watched it in my sports medicine class because we literally didn't do anything in that class. So I watched Once Upon a Time like every single time I went in that class, like every single day. It's so long. Yeah, that's why I'm always like, if I'm gonna watch a show, I need to make sure that I'm like not watching any other shows or that none of my other favorite shows are coming out with another season because it's just like hard to like catch up and then like, when I remember things happening, I'm always just like, "Wait, did this happen on this show or did this happen on the other show?" Or like sometimes when a new season comes out of something that hasn't came out in like a year, I have to like watch like the last episode of the last season to understand like, okay, so this is where we left off and this is where we are now. I'm just drinking some apple juice. And like my list just goes on and on. Um, don't get me started with Riverdale or 13 Reasons Why. Both of those shows are really sensitive and a lot of things that happen on there is just messed up. Yes. Like I just have to see like that whole recap so I could be like, okay, now I'm ready for the next season. Like I was saying earlier, I also watched Anne with an E, and that was a really good one as well. And they just finished season 3, and then like it's like that's it. And then I saw this post, and it was like, we continue to have shows that go on like 13 Reasons Why. Don't get me wrong. I like the movie 13 Reasons, not the movie. I like the show, but I'm just like, and with an E is so good. And then season 3, everything was just like, okay, finally we're at this point where I've been waiting for like the whole season 1. So like, why not have more seasons? So I was like really upset when I found out that they were canceling the show. And then I'm ready for another. Oh, it's so good. I love it. And then I was like after I finished watching it, I went like look up Amy Beth. She's the one who plays Anne with an E. Um like the Netflix version, because I heard that there's so many different Anne with an E's, and like some of them they just like the same things kind of happen, but like some of them have like a quicker way of getting to what happened, or like a slower way, or everything is just so different with all of them, I heard. But they still have like a few little similarities with some of them. But I went find like I saw some videos with Amy Beth, and it was just like so cool because like in the show she would say like use these big words and stuff, and she would be like, oh, how romantical and all of that. And then she was like in an interview thing or whatever, and she was like using some of these words, and I was just like, oh my god, she's just like amazing. Let's see. Another show that I watch is Atypical. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Atypical before, but it's really good. It's basically like a show, and let me see how I can explain this. So the main character Sam, um he has something that's wrong with him, like a disability and all of that, and they just basically show like how he handles things, and just like how different things around him affects him. And it's a really great show, and it's also kind of funny. Just like the different things that happen on there. Oh, and Rachel, I also have in here on my notes, because I have like a whole list of ones that I want to watch on here. I still have Heartland on here. I know you told me that that was a good show. So I had added that up in here. I think I had extra like months ago on my Instagram. What were some like really great shows? And I know for sure that that was one. Yes, I definitely want to watch that one too, but I haven't had the chance to get to it yet. But I for sure want to watch that. I still look, I even want to watch Grey's Anatomy, but I'm like, there's so many seasons. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna even catch up with that. Like, I never even started it at all. So I'm like, I don't know. I've only been horseback riding once, and I had this horse, and his name was Dunty. And I was in 6th grade, and at our school, we would go on like this little field trip thing, and it was like the girls went one day and then the boys went the other day. And when we went, I had a horse that was like really lazy, so I kept having to, get him to go. And I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun. It was really fun, and it's definitely something that I would love to do again. But I don't know why I always forget like where the place was. I guess since I was in 6th grade and it was like so long ago that I don't remember what place we went to. Ooh, but I've heard so many people cry about Grey's Anatomy. But I guess it's okay because I cried over Vampire Diaries and, like, a bunch of other shows. I even cried over Once Upon a Time. I love when, like, you used to do, like, your little videos and stuff of you when you would go horseback riding and you would see the horses and stuff. That was just so cute. I know we have, like, some more people who got on here, after I hadn't already said it, but, I'm pretty sure you guys will find out anyway if anyone ever misses it or if they watch the replay, but I am doing a giveaway and that video is going up tomorrow. I wish we had like horseback riding like close by to where like the area where I live in. Like there's a few people I know that actually owns horses in like the next town over, but I don't think they like allow people to like actually ride their horses, but I could be wrong. I used to do cheer and dancing and track. Those were like all of my hobbies before like, high school ended. And now since like high school is over with and I'm in college, literally like YouTube is like my only like hobby I do, I guess. I guess you could well, yeah, I would call it a hobby. But yes, I'm super excited for y'all to see what I will be giving away. The giveaway opens tomorrow, the 11th, and it's going to close January 25th. And then the winner will be announced February 1st. So, since this is my first giveaway, I'm super excited about it. It's been good. I don't go back to school until January 21st, and we've been off since like December 11th. And I'm like, I've just been, really relaxing and every other day, well, not every other day, but sometimes I would go do my workouts and I've been staying hydrated and drinking a lot of water because that was another one of my goals to drink more water. And it's just kind of like I'm just ready to go back and get this semester over with because I'm just like, I need something to do. It's like, of course, I have time, like, to catch up on YouTube, watch all's videos and stuff more since I'm like on break. But of course, once the break is over with, I will probably just be watching people's videos on the weekend and just like binge watching. Oh, that's so cool. I think it's like so crazy how like we live in different areas and like different parts of the world and like sometimes like some colleges go back to school at the same time. I know that one college in our state um they go back to school on the 13th. Now, the one thing about the giveaway though is that it's going to only be in the US or to people who have an address that's in the US because I don't know, like I of course want to do giveaways like out of the US eventually. Um but I know like shipping, I think to Canada or something was like $25. Correct me if I'm wrong or anything, but I know it's like a lot of money to ship. It might even be more depending on how much it weighs, but I heard that if you do gift cards that it's way cheaper. Yes, I'm like I rather like if I do it to where it's like out of the US, then I would rather just do it to where like, you know, other people can get something, but it would be like probably like a gift card or something because I'm like, that's like expensive. It's like by the time you pay for all of the shipping and stuff, just to like get it, across somewhere else, it's like sometimes like the price is like way more than what you're actually giving away. Hey, Crystal, thanks for joining. We were just talking about how tomorrow's video is going to be the giveaway video, and we were talking about how expensive it is to like ship things out of the US and all of that. So like how the gift cards and stuff are like way cheaper to do if I'm gonna do a giveaway out of the US. But this one is only in the US this time, especially since it's my first giveaway. And earlier we were just talking about some of our favorite TV shows and stuff like that, like The Vampire Diaries and Legacies, the originals, Once Upon a Time, Grey's Anatomy, Atypical. And then later on, when we're on here, we're probably going to end up playing Would You Rather. And I want to talk about like our childhood TV shows and just kind of like reminisce about some of that stuff because I think that would be like really fun. Oh my god, yes. It's so expensive. I'm like, if I'm gonna do a giveaway out of the States, I'm like, it's gonna have to be a gift card and I just pay that little bit of extra money because if it's like a big package, I'm like, I don't want to do a giveaway and I'm paying like extra for like to ship it than what the actual gift is. I'm excited too. I had like hooked up the whole little website and every little thing that I wanted to do the giveaway through. And I was like, oh my God, this is my first giveaway. So I want to try to make sure that everything works and that, you know, everything's perfect because I don't want it like to put the link through the website and then it doesn't work because then I'm going to be so upset. But I've been checking on it and I've been testing it out to make sure that it works. Because I know I have another YouTube friend who has also done a giveaway through the website that I will be using. So I heard that it's a pretty great website. So hopefully all goes well. Um, I'll also be taking some suggestions on my Instagram, or y'all can leave like suggestions on here if y'all have any right now about like topics or anything that y'all would like for me to talk about on my live. So anything you would want me to talk about on live. I was even thinking about like possibly having people send me like questions, or I guess you could say like something that they may be going through and they would like to have advice on it. Um and maybe they can DM me something that's going on, and if they would like, of course with their permission, if they want that advice, maybe I can do it like on a live. And if they want their name to be like in it or something, or if they don't want their name to be said in it or anything like that, then that's totally fine. Or even if any of y'all ever want to talk to me on Instagram, or if y'all ever want my email and y'all just want to talk about anything, or you just, need anything, y'all can always talk to me about anything, whether it's in my DMs or through my email. I haven't put my email link in the description box like ever because my email is like my old email, but I still check that one. That's where all of my YouTube stuff goes to anyways. My high school experience. Hey Adam, thanks for getting on. High school experience and as a cheerleader. It's really big. and I never really got involved with cheerleading. So I've done cheerleading since I was in sixth grade, and I was a part of the JV team because like the way my school is set up is it went from pre-K to sixth grade, and then there was another school that everyone in the community would basically go to that was our high school. So it's kind of weird because like everybody kind of like knew each other or heard of each other in a sense or whatever. But I did middle school cheerleading in seventh and eighth grade, and I did JV cheerleading in ninth and 10th grade. And then I did varsity cheerleading my 11th and 12th grade year, but I don't do it in college because like you need to like be able to know how to do like all of these backflips. And even though I took a gymnastics class for like 10 years at one of my local dance studios, it wasn't like a really a gymnastic type of class where you could like really like advance like this unless you went to like another gym studio or something like that. But I know for sure that the one that I went to, like there was like a few people who knew how to do like backflips and stuff because they went to like these other gym places to advance themselves and all of that, but I never went to those. So like the highest thing that the majority of us could do in the class was like front limbers and back limbers and but nowhere near back flips. But let me see. My high school experience as a cheerleader, um at my school it was like, you could have been a varsity cheerleader, like, as a ninth grader or, like, a 10th grade, but if you tried out, it was like, if your scores felt, like, in between, like, this certain range, then that was, like, a distinct, "Okay, they need to be on varsity." Or, "Okay, you're on JV scores, you can use a little bit more work." And I feel like JV actually helped me a lot with a lot of things because when I was on JV, I'm like terrified, like I can't even talk. I was terrified of heights and I was forced to fly because me and my friend was like literally like the smallest people, lightest people on the team. So I was forced to fly and of course I did not want to fly. I like refused to go over a prep. Like no extension for me, no lib, none of that. But I did a hitch in prep. But that was about it. We went on cheer competitions. We had a national cheer competition in Florida. I did a vlog on that in February. I think you saw that one though. And we went 2 years in a row, and then we also have competition for regionals and for state. And it's like if you get a bid at either or, then it's like, oh, well, you get to go to Disney and you could go to the parks and stuff. We had like park hoppers and things like that. And then like afterwards, it was just kind of like a, cheer competition. But we also cheered at some games and we even cheered at basketball games. But overall, I feel like just my whole experience as cheerleading and stuff, I miss it, but my back doesn't because my back hurts still till this day, but that's a whole long story. Yes. We cheered for basketball games in 6th grade. We never cheered for any football games because my school didn't have football or a football team, I should say. And so it was just always basketball. And then when I got to 7th grade is when we started cheering for football. Oh, yes. My high school, we didn't really do like field trips. I guess that's just kind of for, like, elementary level, but, I was a part of, like, JROTC, which I was forced to take the class, but, like, it wasn't bad. And, we went to, like, this trampoline park and a bunch of, like, other really cool trips, but other than that, besides cheer, we didn't really go on trips. I also was a part of 4-H, but between cheerleading, dancing, and track practices, it was just too much. So eventually I stopped 4-H, which was like horrible because like I loved 4-H so much. Um, and then also, what else? Oh yeah, I also ended up stopping track after a while because it was just kind of, it was just too much. Yes. I even went to the doctor about my back and she was like, I forgot she said that I have swayed back. So like basically my back is like what of like a pregnant lady's back would be. So like it's like it makes like this like S basically. But she was like if I do like sit-ups and stuff, then my back should get like, look better, I guess, but that's about it with my back. The pain was way worse when I did cheerleading, but like now since I don't do cheer anymore and we don't do practices or anything like that, everything is just like better. Yeah. It's way better though. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, it's not as bad anymore unless I like do something that's really like extenuating or something like that. Like, it was to a point, like, I would come home from practice and I couldn't even lay down sometimes because that's just how bad my back would hurt. And I probably do it to myself because I have, like, this really bad habit, like, I don't like sleeping on my back, like, ever, and I sleep on my stomach, so that's, like, all of my weight just, like, being transferred, so that could have something to do with my back pain too. But I have to sleep on my stomach. Either my stomach or my sides. I just like for some reason, I don't know if that's like a weird thing. Like, do any of y'all like else that's on here that's watching, like, do y'all like sleep on your back or your stomach, or is it just like my little weird self that sleeps on my stomach all of the time? All of the above, yes. I love sleeping on my side too, Crystal. It's like sometimes I like I'm trying to remember what side it is I like to sleep on more. I feel like I sleep on my left side more than I sleep on my right. The only time I ever sleep on my back is if I'm getting like good sleep. Like one time my mom came in my room and she started laughing at me. And I was like in a good deep sleep, but I'm not that much of like a deep sleeper. Like I sleep really light. Like if someone twists my doorknob, I'm like I automatically wake up like that. But I heard laughing while I was sleeping, and when I woke up, it was like my mom and my dad standing at the door, and she was like, "You woke up just in time," because she was about to come, take a picture of me and stuff because she said I was sleeping on my back, like, my mouth, like, wide open, and I'm like, "Well, I must have been getting, like, some good sleep because I feel like I just never sleep on my back." Let me see. I also like wrote down in my planner a bunch of the stuff that I want to talk about. But if y'all have like any suggestions of like what y'all would like me to talk about, like on future lives or things like that, then y'all can always DM me, or you could say it on here and then I could just write it down and then we could talk about that certain topic like in another live or something. Oh my gosh. Yes, Crystal. Yes. I'm trying to remember what the time was exactly what happened. Okay, so my mom came into my room while I was sleeping and she was talking to me and she asked me if I wanted to come ride with her to like a couple of towns that was over from where we live. And once that happened, like I woke up and I searched the entire house and I'm like, I'm home alone. Where's my mom? So I called my mom and I'm like, where are you? And she was like, I asked you if you wanted to come ride with me, but you said no. And I'm like, you did not come talk to me. And she was like, yes, I did. I was like, no, you didn't. I'm like, you did not come in my room. I was sleeping the whole time. And she was like, I came in your room and you looked at me, you told me no, and you turned over and you went back to sleep. I'm just like, well, I must have been getting some good sleep. I feel like that's like the worst time to like ask somebody something while you're sleeping. Or like if you want to like get away with something and you know somebody's like sleeping, even though I'm not the type of person to do anything like that, but by all means, go ahead. Go ahead and talk to somebody and ask them a question and be like, "Hey, can I go this place and that place?" while they're sleeping, and they're like, "Oh, and then they fall back to sleep, and then you come back home and they're like, "Where did you go? You wasn't home." It was like, "Well, you said this." That's why sometimes, like, if my mom used to be taking a nap or something, and I wanted to go play outside with my friends, or if I wanted to go somewheres with like one of my friends or my cousins, I would like keep on asking her while she was sleeping. And then she would like wake up and she would go back to sleep. And I'm like, huh, mom? And she said, what? And I'm like, I always just like keep asking her stuff. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, you sure? Cause like I just always want to make sure sometimes. Cause I'm like, you're not really like awakened when you're sleeping, like when someone wakes you up. Right. I'm trying to see because I think I wrote down what I wanted to talk about in my next live, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, I don't think I wrote that down, but it might be in my notes because I have like this really bad habit of just typing everything in my notes like soon as I get a new idea. I just type everything in my notes. Let me see if I could find something. Oh, I know what I want to talk about once we do next week's live. Do y'all want to know what it is, or like do y'all want to be like surprised about what I want to talk about? Because I think that next week's topic is going to be so interesting, but I feel like it's also kind of going to be like a little bit weird. Just let me know if y'all want to like know what the topic is for next week, or ooh, you want to know? Okay, I think I'm going to tell y'all. Let me see if anyone else comments and says that they really want to know. I think it's going to be a really great topic though. I just want to wait and see. Because I know that this whole thing sometimes it kind of like lags. Crystal's like, we want to know. Okay, so Next week's live is going to be how we say things differently in different areas of the world. Cause I just think it's like so funny when you hear people like I know I live in Louisiana, but like sometimes when I hear people talk from like like north or like different areas of Louisiana, they say things so differently or like things could be like the same word, but like it's just like so different. And then everyone's just like, well, why you call it this? Because it's this. And I'm just like, I just think it's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited for next week's live as well. Cause I'm just like, ooh, I just know everybody's from different areas. And I'm like, I just can't wait to see how everyone like what's their word for like every little thing, like day-to-day things we say. Cause it's so weird because like the town that I live in, it's like really small. So it's like just our town alone says so many different things from people that lives like 30 minutes away from us. And they're just like, are you crazy? Yes, it's so fun. I like watching I have like a YouTube friend here on YouTube and I'm not gonna say her name because she's not on the live, but if she's watching the replay, then hey, because I feel like she's gonna know um that I'm talking about her. But I just think it's so cool because she's from the UK and when they go shopping and stuff and they have like their shopping carts and everything, they call them like trolleys. And I just think that that's just so cool. And I know like in different areas of the world, like we say cookies, but like some people call cookies biscuits. And I just think it's so cool. So I'm gonna make sure that I write that down in my planner for us to talk about. Yes. And then I think it's so cool because like you go to like these different areas, like even in the US, and like if you're like ordering off the menu or something and you say something a certain way, and then people are just like, what? It's so funny. I went to Europe and stuff. Names for things. Yes, I think that's just it's so awesome. Like I haven't like been outside of the US before, but I definitely want to travel more, especially this year. I don't know for sure if I'm going to leave out of the US this year, but I know for sure that as I get older that I want to start venturing out, not and just not being in the States and stuff. Let me see if I can find that pencil. I had it somewhere. I'll just type it in my notes. Well, it's already in here. So I know that that's what I want to talk about for the next time that I'm on live. But since we've made it past an hour, I guess I was going to wait to see if like a little bit more people would have gotten on here. But I think it's safe to say that we can just go on ahead and start. And whoever joins the live while we're doing it, I think it's going to be fun if they join in, or if whoever's here watching the replay, then they can answer along in the comments. But the game that I want to play tonight is Would You Rather? Because like I'm just like I found some really cool ones and I want to hear like what y'all have to say about some of these things and like why would you choose like the answers that you choose. And then after we play Would You Rather, then afterwards I have to tell y'all a story time about something I saw today with one of my favorite TV shows from when I was little, and then we can just like talk about like all of our TV shows that we loved when we were little and our favorite movies and stuff. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find these questions and stuff, and then we can start answering them. Okay, let me see. I know, same. I was like reading some of them, and some of them were like insane, but they were like pretty good ones. Let's see if I can find it. It's in my things. Okay, so I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna start so that y'all can like really. I'm gonna give y'all time to think though, so y'all can say like which ones y'all would rather. And then there's like also like some really like weird ones on here as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna even read those. Okay, so here's the first one. Would you rather have a magic carpet that flies or your own personal robot? I feel like for me, I would much rather a robot because like I'm terrified of heights and I feel like if I had a robot and like I'm just like so lazy for like a lot of things, I'm just going to be like, "Hey robot, can you like go fix me some food or something because I'm like hungry?" Or like, "Can you grab that? I don't feel like getting up." Magic carpet? Ooh. I feel like knowing you, Rachel, you would probably use your magic carpet to like fly to like different areas and just like all over the world and just like see how everything looks and just like go on an adventure. I feel like Crystal's probably like thinking really hard about this one. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I could. I'm gonna see if I could give a few minutes for others to answer this one before we go on to the next one. Definitely a magic carpet because then that would technically be my car and I won't have to pay for gas. Ooh, that's a good reason. That's a good reason. Magic carpet. That sounds good too. Y'all have me contemplating like which one I would rather. Cause like what if something happens to my robot and it just like breaks down? And ooh, then it rains a lot here. So like then I would have to have like a waterproof robot. And I don't think that would even exist. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on to the next one. Let's see. Oh, this is a really weird one. Would you rather have one eye in the middle of your head or two noses? I feel like I have a waterproof robot. It exists. Oh yeah, true. But there's so much like new like technology and stuff that has advanced, so there probably would be a robot that, can be in water and stuff like that. But this would you rather is I don't know what I want to choose because like I feel like, like my nose, like I could just like smell like everything that's like a mile away. And then it's like scary because like have y'all ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick realized he didn't have a nose and like all of his friends had noses, so he went and get a nose and then everything he smelled, he was just like, being obsessive over it. And then afterwards he was like, smelling all of the bad stuff and then he was like, everyone wanted to get rid of the nose. That was just crazy. Probably the eye. Yes, I couldn't imagine having 2 noses. I feel like the eye one, like, would be like, I could just be like plankton or whatever, but, like, it's crazy because like, I don't know. But then it would be more time consuming for me. Well, not more time consuming, it would be less time consuming for me with one eye because I could just have it here, and then when I put my contacts in the morning, I could just be like, "Boop," and then I could, like, peace out and leave. Jasmine's like, "I don't even know." Well, Jasmine, I feel like you would want to keep your eyes. So I feel like you would be the type of person to like want to have two noses because like then you can smell your food twice as like better and like make yourself more hungrier than like when we always text and talk about how we're like so hungry every day. Oh my gosh. I feel like that was a really good one. Let's see. Same here. Like sometimes I wait till like at 12 midnight and I watch ASMRs and then I'm like, ooh, that would be so good right now. And I'm like, must be nice. And then I'm just like, now I'm hungry, but like I'm not gonna eat food that late. So then like I just go to sleep and then I forget all about it. Let's see what the next one's gonna be. I was gonna ask this next one, but I feel like that one's too easy. I feel like this one's a good one. Would you rather go water skiing or snow skiing? Yes, we should. That's a great idea, Crystal. I'm so happy that you like came up with that. I see this guy has been popping up in like my browse section and he like does like mukbangs live and stuff. And I think it's like, I don't know, I feel like it would be so good, but then it'll also be so weird because like all of the times where like I sit up there and like everything I could just like edit it out. But like then on live you can't. So like the food is just like, all over the place. But like that's real life though. So yeah, I've never been water skiing before, but I know where I live, like, it's always hot. I'm hot right now. I probably should turn the fan on, but I'm gonna get too cold fast, and then I don't wanna put a blanket on. But, it, like, hardly ever snows here. The last time it snowed here was 2018, December 8th. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jasmine, but I think it was 2018 was the last time it snowed here. But, um, I know for sure that since then, it hadn't snowed again here since I was in 1st grade, and when I was in 1st grade was the first time I've ever seen snow before besides on TV. Yes, it is. We have so much bad weather coming here tonight into tomorrow morning. Right now, it is 71 degrees outside. And by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, we have 100% rain. Ooh, lucky. I love when it's cold because, like, when it's cold, I have to sleep with my fan on year round. And, like, it just feels amazing. Like, no matter, like, how cold it is outside, I have to sleep with the fan on. And last night, I got so hot. My fan was on, and I'm just like, it's hot. And I went outside this morning and I'm like, no wonder why I was like so hot last night because it's back in the 70s. I wish we still had some cold weather, but normally our Decembers are like just every time of the year is just bipolar. You just never know with Louisiana. But I know for sure that like sometimes during like February or March, we get like really cold, cold weather like out of the blue, and it's like 40 degrees. And it's weird because like all of us down here, we just like complain about like the 40s and stuff. And then I have like this friend on YouTube, and I want to say she's from Canada. I think she's from Canada, yes. And sometimes she's like, "Oh, it's -30 over here," and she's, like, all bundled up and stuff in her vlogs, and I'm just like and I complain about 40-degree weather, but there's people who have, like, experienced worse colds than what we experience here. Either 2017 or 2018. Yeah, I think it was 2018 because I remember it popping up in my memories. Okay, so yeah, it's just never imagine the summer needs to be hot during the winter. Yes. Like sometimes we get cold, but it's just never that much. But sometimes when it drops to like 56 degrees outside, everyone's like, "Oh my god, so freezing." But I would much rather be cold than hot, cause like, at least you can put on layers, but, like, you can have on, like, a bathing suit, and you can still be hot, you know? So let's go on to the next would you rather. Hmm. Would you rather be able to create a new holiday or create a new language? Ooh, that's a hard one. 'Cause I feel like I would have to be, like, really creative to do, like, a new holiday. Cause I feel like every holiday has, like, their own special things, their own special traditions and everything, and it's like, you have to be, like, really creative with that. But, like, a language, I wouldn't even know where to start with a language. Cause I feel like there's just so many languages out there, so I don't know. Right. I'm like, they just both sound so cool, but like, there's so many languages out there. So like, I feel like even if I was to start somewhere, it would have to be based off of a language that like I already kind of like have heard before. Because I feel like either one that you create, you could probably like end up becoming like a millionaire off of it or a billionaire just from like creating like your own like new thing because everyone's gonna be like, oh well, these are like the old traditions. And like now we have this new holiday. Same, Rachel, same. Cause like I just talk to people sometimes, like you talk to your friends and you have like a conversation with them, and like sometimes like I'll text my friends and it doesn't make any sense, but they know what I'm talking about. Create a new holiday so we could get the day off work. That's a good one. Cause I feel like whenever we have like holidays off, especially like breaks from school, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the fall semester, we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, it all just like hits us all at one time. And then once we get to the spring semester, it's like, okay, we have spring break, and that's like about it. And since in Louisiana, we're like famous for like Mardi Gras and all of that, um, we get like a week off just for to go to parades and stuff. So it's like that's like really the only breaks that we get here during the spring. So I feel like if we was to create a holiday, let's do it during the springtime so we could get like more time off from school. Yes. I know, and then it's just so crazy. Like, I was looking at all of the breaks and stuff that we have, and I was talking to my friend, and oh, she's on here now. I was talking to Shia, and I was like, "Okay, I'm looking at the next breaks that we have, and after we go back to school, our next break isn't until, like, February 24th through the 27th, and then we don't have another break until, like, April." And then after that, we don't have another break until summer, which sucks. Like it's just always just so long. I wish the spring semester could be like just like fall semester. That would be nice. Let's see the next one. Oh my god, this one's so creepy, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Would you rather only be able to crawl on all four or only be able to walk backwards? I don't know. This is so weird. I feel like I could crawl on all fours if I could like raise myself up like dogs and stuff do to like get things. Cause I feel like walking backwards, like me walking forwards, I always like trip over like my own feet anyway. So like why would I want to walk backwards? Walk backwards? Ooh. This would be good for that little one eye, would you rather come in handy so I could just have like, one eye in the back of my head and just like walk backwards. Time. Good night, Jasmine. Thanks for getting on. Your hands. Oh, yeah, that's true, Rachel. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I think I would probably rather walk backwards than now since you brought that up. Because it's like then like everything you do would have to be like you would constantly already have to be washing your hands just from that. I don't know why I didn't even think about that. Let's see. What's the next one? Hmm. Trying to see if I can find like a really like hard one or something. Hmm. I'm trying to see if I could find like a really hard one. Ooh, well, I don't know if this is really a hard one because like everything we do is on our phone. Let's see. Ooh, I don't think this is a hard one, but I just want to ask it just because it's just like it's just a really weird one. Would you rather eat a beetle or get stung by a bee? I think I would rather be stung by a bee because I don't know how I feel about eating insects. That just creeps me out. But I have like a really bad experience. One time I got stung by a bee, and every time I see a wasp or a bee flying around me, I literally like I duck and I run. Yeah, stung by a bee. Eat a beetle. I don't know. Maybe if the beetle had like some, I don't know, was like roasted with some like sugar on it or something, or like hidden in the food and I didn't know. Oh my gosh. I went to this museum place and they do like worm cookies and it's like just a regular sugar cookie. And they said that they have worms in it, but I don't think they really have worms in it, but I ate it anyway. So I probably did eat a worm, but it wasn't bad. It was like it just tastes like a regular sugar cookie. But maybe they were just joking about it. But I don't know. Ooh, I got stung by a bee underneath my eye. I don't even remember. I think it was this eye. I got stung by a bee like right here when I was in kindergarten. I hope they were joking too, Rachel. Right. It was just like weird because like they actually really had like those like roasted crickets, like, with, like, the brown sugar, like, y'all know those, like, really good. Oh, this is gonna be weird because I know people in different areas say it so, like, differently, so it also is kinda related to, like, the video of next week, but hopefully we have, like, some more people on next week, but the whole thing with, pecan or pecan, I say pecan, but have y'all ever had them, like, roasted with, like, brown sugar on them? It's so good, but they had, like, these little crickets that were roasted with sugar on them. I didn't eat them, so I don't know if those were good, but yeah, they some of those were good too, and, like, the scorpion lollipops. Oh, yeah. It's so weird. It's crazy though because it's like, like, it's like bugs just look so creepy, and I guess you just kinda have to do what you gotta do. Like, I feel like, 'cause you know, like, how we eat, like, hamburgers or, like, chicken or, like, meat or, like, some people, like, we eat meat or something, and then it's like, I feel like if we lived in a world where we grew up only eating insects and not regular things that we eat today, I feel like it would be so normal to be like, "Oh, yeah, I had cricket soup or something like that for dinner," instead of, like, the things that we normally eat. So, I don't know. It's just so weird. I guess it just sounds so gross since, like, we don't eat it, like, now, we're not, like, accustomed to, like, eating that or, like, ever eating it. Yeah. I love The Lion King so much. I remember for dancing my 11th grade year at my dance studio, we our production was The Lion King, and it was so good. We did a whole ballet production to it, and it was so much fun. Yes. Oh my god. I love The Lion King so much. Let's see. I'm texting Jasmine right now, the one who just got off the live. She texts me goodnight and she's going to sleep. Okay, let's see. Let's do the next would you rather. Um, hmm. Um, trying to see what this one. It's a pretty good one. Mm, okay, so here's the next would you rather. Would you rather only be able to wear your swimsuit for the rest of your life or only be able to wear pants and a winter coat? Now, I feel like that's hard because if you think about it, if you're in your swimsuit all the time, like if it's cold outside, you're just going to be like freezing cold, but like if it's, hot outside and you're wearing like all of those different like bundles and stuff of like jackets and a big coat, you're gonna be like, ooh, and I just hate the feeling of being so hot. When I get like hot and overheated, I just start feeling so bad. I don't know. I want to say a swimsuit so bad, but like, do I want to be cold or do I want to be covered in sweat? What do you guys think? I would rather wear pants and a winter coat because you can like. True, you can. Ooh, that's a good one, Rachel. At first, I was gonna say about the swimsuit thing is I feel like you could just like, add things like add a jacket or something to it. Right. Like I don't know why. If I'm like at the beach and stuff sometimes, like I'll wear like my swimsuit top, but if I wear like my swimsuit bottoms, for some reason I just always have to put like athletic shorts on top. And it just makes me feel like a little bit more like comfortable, I guess you could say. Like I don't know. Like I don't know why it bothers me, but just like walking around the beach in front of like all of those people, it's really weird. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna ask like maybe like two or three more of these would you rather questions. And then afterwards we can talk about um the TV shows and stuff because I already know that's gonna be like a whole discussion. Especially wait till I tell y'all the whole thing that I saw today about one of my favorite shows I used to watch when I was a child. Oh, it's aggravating me so much right now. Okay, let me see what the next one is gonna be. Okay, the next one is would you rather constantly itch or always have a cough? I feel like I would always want to have a cough because like I wouldn't want to like just be like, trying to do something or get something done and just always constantly have to like scratch, you know? Yeah. I think coughing would be the best one out of that one. Right. Ooh, Crystal, I got bitten by a red ant like a few months ago, and I hadn't gotten bitten by a red ant since I was like little. So like when I tell you it was so itchy and like it just brought back so many memories and I'm like, "Ooh, I hate this." You just like be scratching everywhere and it's just like, "What is wrong?" Ooh, now this one just sounds so magical. I love this one. Would you rather have breakfast on the Eiffel Tower or dinner in a castle? Right. I don't know. Because the Eiffel Tower, that sounds fun because like I've never been. And I've also never been in a castle before, but I remember when I was younger, I always wanted to be in a castle or like, the whole like childhood thing and all of that. Ooh, castle sounds so fun. The closest I've ever gotten to a castle or anything is whenever I go to Disney. That's honestly like the only thing, the closest I've ever been to an actual castle. But I think that the dinner one would be really fun, especially if I could like dress up as like a princess or whatever and just wear like a like cute little like you know little ball gown dress. I think that's so cool. Let me see if I can find some other ones. Dinner in a castle. Right. Cause then it's like you can listen to like one of those like, people play the violin and just like and then like you could just like talk and stuff. And like I would just imagine that like I'm like, one of those like the regular stories or whatever where like, there's like all this drama going on in the castle, but like no one really knows what's going on. That's always fun. Dinner in the castle would be so fun. Ooh, yes. Disney, the main castle would be inspired by European castle Ooh, I did not know that. That's so cool. Ooh, let me see if I can find these other ones I saw. Oh, this was a really great one I have found that I really have wanted to see what you guys thought about it. And this one is, would you rather have a dog with a cat's personality or a cat with a dog's personality? I don't know because here's my thing. I'm a dog person for some reason. Like, I don't have anything against cats, but like, if I see cats whenever they get like that big hunch in their back and they just like start hissing and stuff, like I'm like terrified. I'm like, I'm out. Cat with a dog's personality. I feel like I would want that too. Cause like then the cat, maybe that would get me like more interested into cats because it would just be like, oh, you just wanna, want me to pet you all the time and just uh but I've never actually like spent a day around a cat before, and I know like all cats are different. But my experiences with cats, the ones I've seen, they just always, ooh, it's kind of crazy to me. Let's see. Okay, the next one. Let's see. Cats with a dog's personality. I love dogs so much. Just have to be independent. I like to see. Right. Let's see. What's this other one? Okay. Hmm, mm, ooh, that was a really weird one. I'm not asking that one. Um, okay, so this is going to be the last would you rather question I asked for the day. And then I'm gonna do my little rant about the show thing. And then we could talk about like our favorite shows and stuff as a child. But this one is, would you rather reverse one decision you make every day or be able to stop time for 10 seconds every day? I feel like personally, one thing that I would like to do is reverse a decision because I couldn't imagine like stopping time for like 10 seconds because like what am I stopping the time for? Because like the whole thing like time doesn't wait for anyone, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to even say the decisions one either. I feel like this is a hard one because it's like, well, then it would be like a good thing because like if you know how something turns out and then it's like bad, then you could be like, oh, well, I could just like reverse it and not have this happen. And- Right. That's good. I like that one, Crystal. Especially like if I find out like certain things like go a certain way, I would just be like, yeah, reverse it. Yeah. Cause like if I pause the time, I'm just like 10 seconds. I'm just like 10 seconds goes like that. So I don't really know how, that one is. But okay, I'm gonna start going about the little rant or whatever. But have y'all ever watched Blue's Clues when you were younger? Because I have a little story time of something I saw today. And I don't know if like any of y'all have heard about this before or like, you know, the whole situation of what I'm about to tell y'all, but I just think that it's insane of what I saw today. I think it came on Nickelodeon. Yeah, I want to say it came on Nickelodeon. But what I had saw was that earlier today, I forgot what his name was, but you know the guy that will like draw everything like in his little notepad and he would like show it off because he was basically like an artist or whatever. Because like he taught us like everything. There was a different guy on there on the show now. I don't know if like something happened to like the original guy who was like in Blue's Clues or like, or if it's just like a whole nother show. But I think it was called Blue's Clues and You. Yes, Blue's Clues. There's a whole different guy on there. I don't know. I feel like I should go look it up. Or if it's maybe they just came with like a spin-off of it. But there was a whole different guy on the TV. Um, I had saw because like I don't really, if I'm being honest with you guys, I never watched TV at all. But like I heard that so many things have changed. They had a transition to episode. Oh. Ooh, that's sad. It's crazy because it's like a lot of the shows that we used to watch when we were younger, it's like I feel like some of them like aren't the same, but like let me just be honest, like my number one show that I will love forever that still comes on till this day is SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob so much because I'm like so goofy and like my personality wise, I just love the clown like all the time. So it's like SpongeBob is like just always gonna be my favorite. Like I know all of the funny little episodes and every single thing that goes on with um SpongeBob. Right, Crystal? It's so good. My favorite episode of SpongeBob was when Patrick had wrote something down and Mrs. Puff thought that SpongeBob wrote it and it said Big Fat Meanie on it. And she asked Patrick to introduce himself to the class and he was like, tell the class what's your name. And he was like, 24. And then SpongeBob was like, oh, well, you know what's more better and funnier than 24? 25. And like every time I like hear the number 25, I'm just like always being like so cheesy and I'm always just like, you know what's funnier than 24? 25. Yes, I love SpongeBob so much. It's crazy because like I was a late person to get on the Disney train. It was like forever a Nickelodeon thing, a Boomerang thing, a Cartoon Network, and I didn't start watching Disney until I was maybe in about almost 5th grade, is when I started watching Disney Channel. Yes, and then remember the episode when, SpongeBob and they had, um why am I forgetting his name? Squidward had that tropical little island thing set up, and it was like, "Ooh, ah, ooh, tiki, tiki." Oh my gosh, I loved that episode. There's just so many good episodes, and with the band when, Squidward had the band going on, and it was like, "Dun, dun, dun, Okay, let me just stop because I'm about to like have a huge party right here over SpongeBob. Control myself. It's so good though. I have a teacher that was like, she doesn't let her kids watch SpongeBob because there's like so many like hidden like jokes and stuff that's like not for kids. But like I still don't really like get the whole like jokes people say. And I'm like, you have to really think hard to like understand things like that. I'm like, I didn't see it, stuff like that. Yes, it's so good. I would put it on right now, but you know, YouTube and don't want to get copyright. It's so good. I love that episode. Have any of y'all watched on Cartoon Network Courage the Cowardly Dog? It was like this little pink dog and it was like Miriam and I forgot what the guy name was, but they were like these old like couple and like all these weird creepy things would happen and it was kind of like low-key kind of scary, but like it was good. Right. Yeah, she was like, "I don't let my kids watch SpongeBob because they live in a Bikini Bottom." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just like never really like caught on to all of those like jokes or anything like that." Hey, Quinn, thanks for getting on. We're just talking about like our favorite TV shows we loved as a child, and we were talking about SpongeBob just now. Yes, I loved Courage. And then that weird like little cat guy, he was just so creepy. Right. I was like our teacher brought that up. We were only in like I want to say what grade was this? 8th grade and she said that. And I'm like, I've been watching that show for years and it just I never thought about like any of stuff anything like that. Right. My first show I ever watched on Disney Channel, like ever, was Good Luck Charlie. And I just like really loved Good Luck Charlie. And I watched Ant Farm, trying to think of some other ones because like I don't even watch it anymore. And I heard that they have like a bunch of other shows on there now, and it's just not the same. But I literally like I don't watch TV at all. I'm gonna admit it. I watch YouTube all day. The only time I would ever probably watch you TV is for SpongeBob, but Sweet Life on Deck. Yes, I watched a few episodes of that, but I didn't watch too much. Ooh, Phineas and Ferb was really good. Phineas and Ferb was like the only thing that played during the summer when nothing else good was on TV, so I would watch Phineas and Ferb. Oh, That's So Raven. I always used to have friends talk about That's So Raven, and I watched a few episodes of that, and I loved Proud Family. Proud Family was really good. But I was also like really late to the whole Disney train thing. So it was just like a just like this whole weird thing. Yes. Yeah, Zach and Cody, yeah. I ended up watching a few episodes of that, and I liked, Wizards of Waverly Place. That was a good one as well. I'm trying to remember the other ones I watched. Oh, Jessie is a good one as well. It's so good. It is. Right. I remember I used to watch Liv and Maddie. That was like one of the last shows I ever remembered from Disney. Other than that, all the new stuff that they have now, I have no idea that any of that even existed. No clue at all. Ooh, Lizzie McGuire. I love that movie so much. I have it on DVD. I'm gonna be. I don't even know if I'm gonna even say the words right, so I just stopped. And I haven't watched that in a long time. It's like number one. I love that. Ain't on Disney anymore. Yeah, I don't even know when's the last time I even put on anything on Disney Channel. But one show that I will say that I loved from Boomerang that like to me like now when I look at it I'm like it's still just so fascinating to me is Tom and Jerry. Like just watching a cat and a mouse just like always fight all the time, and literally nobody would even talk on that show. Nobody. And if it was talking, it was just like this little bit of talking that you could barely understand. And then this lady who comes out of nowhere with a big broom. It's just so crazy. Like, I don't know why, I just thought it was just, like, so fascinating. Like, it's just always, like, the weird music, and it's like I just, like it's just so good. Like, till this day, if I was to put on the TV, I would probably still watch Tom and Jerry because it's like I don't know why, it was just, like, it's so good even though, like, no one was talking. Right. Looney Tunes was good too. I was kinda late on watching Looney Tunes. Yeah. I remember on Looney Tunes, they had this man, the man that was on there who would always, like, go, like, hunting or something. I forget what his name is, but I remember, he was like, "Gotta catch that rabbit." That was so funny. And then I know for sure that, um, I like, at one point, I used to watch Sprout Channel, which is so weird because it's, like, mostly for, like, the little kids, but, like, when I was, like, in I'm trying to remember when this was. Maybe, like, 5th grade, I wanted to watch Sprout all the time. Oh, I remember Hey Arnold. Do you remember this show? And it was like these kids and they lived in like this clubhouse and they all had different colors and different numbers. Let me see. I feel like one of y'all are probably gonna know what I'm talking about. It's like something with a tree house. I'm coming Google it. Yes. Kids Next Door. That was good. That was good. That was a really good one too. I'm trying to remember like what some other ones because like I remember at like one point I even like was in this phase where I stopped watching the regular stuff on Nickelodeon and I started watching Nick Teens or was it Nicktoons? I know they had like two other Nick channels that they came up with, but oh, it was Nick Jr. and then Nick Teens, I wanna say, but I used to watch Jimmy Neutron. Fairly Odd Parents was really good. The only reason why I started watching that because they had like Ned's Survival Guide on there. That was really good. Zoe 101. Trying to remember some other old good ones. I used to watch, the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I had, like, this huge obsession with that show, and I was like, "Wouldn't it be so cool if we could be, like, water benders and just, like" I don't know, I just had, like, this weird obsession with the show. And then, like, to be able to, like, fight with fire or be, like, an airbender and all of that, and I used to, like, run around the house and, like, actually, like, start doing things with my hands as if I was, like, moving things. It's a long story. Elmer Fudd. Ooh, that was his name. I had forgotten all about that. It was just so good. It's just so cool because it's like all of our TV shows, like, everything isn't the same. Star Wars? So, I've watched one Star Wars movie, and I honestly don't even remember which one it was, but it was really good, and I had an icy. And, those movies are, like, really long, and I didn't wanna leave out the movie theater. So, I had, like, this really huge icy, like, a large one. So, by the time the movie was, like it went off, I had to run. I had to go bad. Always puts the superpowers. I used to watch Power Rangers also, but they had, like, so many different versions of it. It was just, like, kinda weird, like, I don't know. But once I was watching, like, Once Upon a Time and all of that, and, Regina, since she's, like, the evil queen, I used to, like, just, like, come in my room sometimes and just start doing stuff like this or whatever. Like, I had, like, just, like, these, like, powers or something where I could, like, just, like, look at people and just go, like and just, like, disappear and just, like, smoke goes everywhere. I'm trying to see if I can remember, like, some other cool ones that they had. It's just, like, a bunch of them. I did that with the heart thing. Oh, yeah, she would just, like, go in and just, like and just and then the music that they played with her, let me remember, it was like that dark, like, deep you know what I'm talking about with Regina? Like, every time, like, she would be around, you just hear that music, it was like that ooh, I know what sound it is, but it's like, I just can't get it off my tongue. It was like that dun, 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 like, that little, like, weird creepy music, you just, like, knew she was, like, about to, like, come through. Like, every time I would hear that music, I'm just like, "Oh, there goes Regina." It was weird because at first I didn't like Regina at all, but I, like, really started to love her, and I'm like, "Regina wasn't really bad after all." Even as it Ooh, that sounds fun. Right. I wish Once Upon a Time was, like, still going on. It's like, it was so cool because it's like, they had, like, all the different stories and everyone, like, within the story, everybody had their own story, and then they would, like, flash back and, like, just show everything. That was just a really great show overall. One of my one of my favorite shows, I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of this or watched it, but it's called A Series of Unfortunate Events, and it's on, Netflix, and it's so good. It's, like, basically, like, these orphans they become orphans because their house catches on fire, And then there's like this really like weird, creepy man named Count Olaf, and he takes the kids in because he wants their fortune so he could be rich and all of that and use them for the money and all of that. So like I remember like one episode he was trying to like marry the oldest daughter just so he could like try to get her money, but like they caught him. And then like they end up going to like all these different like homes and stuff, but like Count Olaf always seems to like catch up to them, and like no one would believe that that's Count Olaf because like he always did like these musicals and stuff where he would talk and he would just like he's just so mischievous, but like the show is so good. But of course when you find a really great show that you love is when they decide to cancel it or there's not going to be any more seasons or episodes. I just wish that I can find a show that just wants to continue to go on forever and forever and just like never have an end. Like the soap operas, just like The Bold and the Beautiful and The Young and the Restless, like they have like new episodes like every single day with like new people from like Monday to Friday. I need a show just like that. It's so good, Crystal. I highly recommend it. It's so good. Like, I wanna go into, like, deeper details about, like, the things that happens, but, like, it's just so funny. And the way the story is told, it's kinda like there's, like it's like in a narrator type of thing. There's, like, this man that pops up on there, and he just, like, tells a story, and then it, like, pops up on there, and then the episode goes on, and then, like, sometimes in between the episode, he'll pop back on and start talking in his little mysterious voice. It's just a really great show. And then I love the little theme song. It's like, look away. There's nothing but horror and inconvenience on the way." It's so good. It's so catchy because it's like Count Olaf, he has like all of these like mischievous people that work with him. It's like these 2 guys, and then it's like these 2, like, older ladies that are twins, and every time something happens in the show, they just all follow him, and they're just, like, all, like they're crazy. And then, like, the twin ladies, they, like, talk at the same time, and then they turn their head, and then they, like, look at you weird and, like, it's so good. If, like, I had to rewatch any show ever again, like, just keep rewatching it and rewatching it, would probably be either A Series of Unfortunate Events or The Vampire Diaries. But the only problem with The Vampire Diaries of rewatching it over and over again, I only watched, like, all of it one time. I know, like, a lot of people always rewatch it and stuff, but I'm just like, I don't know if I could put myself through that pain again of crying. I don't know how many times I cried, especially, Supernatural. I don't know if any of y'all excuse me, sorry. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of Supernatural, but Supernatural is so good. It's like there's angels on there, and there's, like, demons, and then there's, like, God even appears up on there, and there's just like all of these different like characters and stuff um that are actually like biblical, and it's just like I just love the show. And then Dean and Sam Winchester, that great like duel that they have, like that little connection of brothers, just like from like that Damon and Stefan have. It's just like that great connection. It's just so good. Let me check my little list and make sure that there's nothing else that I wanted to touch bases on today before we do our next live. Yes. I am waiting for the next season, the last season, to go on Netflix. It's so good. I started watching it as well, like when I was in that little medical class and stuff that I did. I remember that was like on Twitter. On Tumblr. Oh, I don't know why, but at first I was reading that and I was about to say Twitter, but then I had to like relook at it and I was like, hold up, that's not Twitter. My friend put me on that show. And I'm like, I'm so happy she did because it's like, it's so good. Let's see. Yeah. Uh, so I also have wanted to talk about the whole like origin of my name, like the whole like the name, the original name of my channel. Um, I know me and Rachel have been following each other for like a while now, but I don't think me and Rachel necessarily found each other's channel when my channel name was in Aries Life. I think I had changed it before me and Rachel had met. But I guess I'll just go on ahead and say like what my channel name used to be, and then maybe in next week's live, since we've already been on this live for like 2 hours, I think I'll go more into detail on the next week's live about what my channel name was. So let me just write that down. And the in is oh yeah. Um okay, so I guess I'll just go into like a shorter like detail of it, and then like next week maybe I'll go into like more details. So like hopefully like next week we have like more people who join the live. So like um and I know some people are probably going to end up just watching the replays or something, but um so the original I'm about to be like so embarrassed by this, but like I guess it's fine because it's like it's still my email and I use it as like a business email. I get all my YouTube stuff from that email and stuff. But the original name of my channel was Astonishing Illusion. And I honestly don't even know why I chose the name. I think it was because like I just wanted something that was like different. Cause I know it's just like you see like all of these different names and stuff on YouTube, and it's like, well, like most of us we just use our name and stuff for our channel. So I guess that's why like I thought that that would have been something cool. And I mostly did like DIYs on there, um, different little DIY projects, and I even did a couple of like poems on there. Like I wanted to like write things and share it. I even had a time where I wrote a book. The book isn't finished, and I would like to eventually finish that book one day, but it's like this whole thing I started writing about in 3rd grade. And I was thinking about maybe sharing some of it on live with you guys, but I don't think I should because like what if somebody like is out there and they take my book and they like, well, not my book, cuz like I don't even know. Like I wrote so many different versions of it. Like I don't even know where it's at. But I just like remember all of the stuff I wanted to talk about. So like I just think I shouldn't really, you know, go into details about it really that much because it's like kind of creepy with what the thing was about. Because some people are probably like, if I went into detail about what it was about, some people would be like, "Oh my God, you was in third grade writing about that? Like what?" But like, it's just so good. It's kind of like, let me see if I could put this in a better way. It's kind of based off the movie Carrie, right? But that's all I'm gonna say about that situation. If you've ever seen Carrie, then it's something like that, but not really. It's like a whole different spin of it with different characters and stuff, of course. But yes, I'm gonna keep it a secret because, like, who knows? One day I could write the book and then, like, it just blows up into the world, you know? Thank you. Thank you so much, Rachel. And then it's like that was like the whole reason of my like whole astonishing illusions. I just wanted to create something that like have this channel name that like was different and like write things and then just come on and talk about it. But then I started switching up what I wanted. I changed my whole entire channel name. I changed like literally like everything. My channel art, of course, my channel art and everything changes like every year now because like I get tired of it sometimes, but I changed everything. And now I'm doing so many things on here that I love. And I'm happy that I changed the name because honestly, like, I couldn't imagine being like, hey guys, welcome back to Astonishing Illusions. I was so happy because at first I didn't even know that I could change um like username on YouTube until like I was looking up videos and stuff. This was like 5 years ago almost when all of that happened. And then I also deleted like all of those videos because I'm like, uh but I still have like all of my old videos from the whole Aries life from when all of that started. But anyways, I wrote down what I want to talk about in next week's live in my planner. I want to thank all of y'all for stopping by and coming on my live. I know this one was a little bit of a longer chat, but I'm not going to lie, it was like really fun. And I just love having these conversations with y'all because it's like it's just like it's way more than like just like the random like our comments and stuff that we give each other and stuff like that. It's like talking to y'all in real life, but like even though it's like you can't hear each other, it's like it's just so much fun and I just really love doing this. And one of my goals for 2020 was to start doing lives at least 3 times a month, and this was the second one I did. So if I'm not busy, I'm thinking that I'm gonna probably go live every Friday, sometime between either 9 and 9:30 Central Time. I know, it was so fun, Crystal, and I really had a great time chit-chatting with everybody on here tonight. And I wanna say a huge thank you to everybody who comes and watches my replay because, like, I know that, it's gonna be, like, a long replay, especially for this one. I was watching a live. I was out the interested. Can't wait for your next video uploading your next live. Thank you, Shia. And I cannot wait for tomorrow's video to go up because it's a haul and the first ever giveaway. So if any of y'all are planning on entering the giveaway, I just want to say the best of luck to all of y'all. And like I said, I just want to say again, thank y'all for stopping by and coming on my live and us just chit chatting and stuff like that. And I can't wait till I'm looking forward to I know I'm for sure looking forward to Rachel, your all your videos that are coming up this week. And of course, Crystal, your video that's coming up Friday, especially, the to be continued. Dot dot dot. Ooh, can't wait for that. Yes. Thank you, Derry. But yeah, I just want to say thank y'all again for all stopping by, taking time out of y'all day to come chit chat with me and just reminisce about our favorite childhood shows or the shows that have ended and the would you rather. I really love seeing all of y'all's little responses and everything that y'all had. Thank you, Rachel. So I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend or whatever y'all are planning to do. I know that I'm probably going to stay inside because we got really bad weather coming tonight. So I probably won't even sleep that much because like I cannot sleep with like thunder or like just thunder in general because it just like I don't know what it is. I just like can't sleep in bad weather. But yeah, I hope y'all all have an amazing weekend and I will see y'all tomorrow in tomorrow's video and best of luck to all of y'all who are entering into the giveaway. Good night. Thank you. Bye guys.